Get ready for the action because we are diving straight into the highlights from the NBCUniversal upfront. We start with Seth Meyers, who headlined this morning's event, bringing his sharpest takes to the stage. We're breaking down the best jokes from Seth Meyers' performance, revealing the material that landed with the audience and setting the bar high for the rest of the week. You won't want to miss these top-tier laughs.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we shift focus to how NBCUniversal is absolutely crushing it with ad performance on their upfront stage. We look at how comedians Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers kicked things off with a parody song. And we hear directly from Mark Marshall, NBCU's chairman of Global Advertising and Partnerships, on the rollout of the Performance Insights Hub and how they are using data from Instacart to achieve incredible returns on ad spend. This is how modern marketing is being redefined. Now, prepare for some serious rivalry and sharp commentary as we examine Seth Meyers' scorching jabs at their competitors. We're digging into the specific remarks Seth Meyers made targeting CBS, discussing how he described what CBS did regarding the lawsuit against Trump, and touching on major industry shifts like the Paramount-Skydance merger and the surprising news about Peacock's path to profitability and the involvement of Vin Diesel in a new film series. And finally, we wrap up with the big news about the future of media distribution. We look at how the hosts from Morning Joe and Squawk Box, Mika Brzezinski, Joe Scarborough, and Andrew Ross Sorkin, took the stage to champion the impact of Versant Media's programming, including USA Network and Golf Channel. Stick with us because we are bringing you the full breakdown of these major events and what it all means for your media landscape. Seth Meyers headlined NBCUniversal's upfront this morning, performing topical stand-up for TV advertisers at noon on a Monday. While the performance was noted as not being his strongest in recent memory, the segment was positioned as a standard upfront appearance. The event faced some headwinds, including a lengthy opening segment dedicated to advanced viewership metrics and a featured act by Mike Tomlin. Meyers' monologue featured commentary targeting familiar figures, including Donald Trump, rival broadcaster CBS, and NBC's parent company Comcast. Kevin Hart managed to secure a spot in the rankings, catching a moment of attention. The report also noted that the upfront week continues, with Fox and Amazon's Prime Video scheduled to present new and returning series to media buyers on Monday. NBCUniversal made a strong statement on ad performance during its recent upfront presentation, emphasizing measurement and cutting-edge technology to drive brand outcomes. The event kicked off with a comedic performance by Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers, parodying the song Apt with lyrics referencing NBC ads, complete with Peacock dancers. Mark Marshall, NBCU's chairman of Global Advertising and Partnerships, then addressed the strategic focus on performance marketing, noting that modern TV ad announcements must incorporate performance metrics. Marshall announced the full rollout of NBCU's Performance Insights Hub to all clients by the fourth quarter of this year. This hub provides brands with direct access to a wide array of outcomes-oriented measurement providers, including VideoAmp, iSpot, LiveRamp, Dynata, Edo, and Kachava. Notably, Instacart has been named the exclusive outcomes provider for consumer packaged goods within the hub. NBCU claims that by combining Instacart's first-party commerce data with its content slate, brands can achieve an average return on ad spend of 5.5 times, enabling closed-loop attribution. Beyond the Insights Hub, NBCU showcased other performance-boosting products. Marshall highlighted the Live Total Impact dashboard, which enables buyers to retarget live TV viewers across NBCU's linear and digital portfolio. Early adopters, such as State Farm, reported significant results, including a 90% incremental lift in insurance quote starts. Other featured successes included a 40% lift in site visits for a telecom company and a 40% jump in search engagement for a food delivery firm. Looking ahead, NBCU is integrating artificial intelligence into its advertising strategy. The company plans to launch AI-based contextual ad capabilities for live programming to ensure creative messaging aligns with real-time show context. Furthermore, NBCU intends to enhance its agentic AI capabilities, aiming to transform TV ad buying into a performance-oriented marketplace. Marshall concluded by asserting that for hot topics like AI, contextual ads, and sports, the critical factor is measurement. If you can't measure the impact of your brand. Fox and Amazon are also hosting their upfront events on Monday afternoon, with channel YouTube also participating. Seth Meyers delivered a sharp critique of the television industry during his recent upfront presentation at Radio City Music Hall, focusing heavily on rivals CBS and the evolving streaming landscape. Meyers opened his routine with pointed remarks about CBS, stating that the network did not hold an upfront presentation this year because it simply described how CBS paid Trump to drop a lawsuit. He further asserted NBC's dominance, claiming the network was the #1 broadcast television network for the 2025-2026 season and suggesting that NBC had successfully taken down CBS. Meyers also commented on the impending merger of Paramount Skydance, noting that Paramount plans to merge its Paramount Plus streaming service with HBO Max. He contrasted this with Netflix's event location, joking that Netflix hosts its upfronts at a pier on the Hudson River, suggesting it is where they dump its body, once a show has 2 seasons. The comedian also made jabs at former cable colleagues and Comcast, referencing internal business maneuvers and the financial health of Peacock. Meyers touched upon NBCUniversal's acquisition of creator Taylor Sheridan from Paramount, hinting at future collaborations. He concluded his segment with a humorous jab at his competitors, noting that NBC is celebrating 100 years and is currently watching CBS. Morning Joe and Squawk Box hosts made a significant appearance at the NBCUniversal upfront presentation on Monday to endorse the impact of Versant Media's programming. This appearance marked a notable moment for the hosts, as their presence at the event signals a shift in their professional landscape. Versant Media was formed when MS Now and CNBC were spun off from Comcast into a new, independent entity. As part of its strategy to transition from a startup phase to a more established operation, Versant Media secured multi-year agreements with NBCU for distribution and advertising services. The portfolio under the Versant umbrella now includes assets such as the USA Network, Golf Channel, and the movie outlet Fandango, with the company commencing trading on the NASDAQ last January. Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough, co-hosts of Morning Joe, and Andrew Ross Sorkin and Joe Kernan from CNBC's Squawk Box participated near the conclusion of the nearly 2-hour upfront presentation. Brzezinski emphasized the programming's reach, stating, "Every day, we equip our viewers with what's happening in Washington, why it matters, and how it impacts their lives. Our audience comes to us for trust and for deeper understanding. Viewership is up 20%. Our lineup is resonating. We're reaching 32 million Americans every week who spend more than 9 hours with us." Scarborough also referenced the new company, pronouncing its name Versant. While Versant Media did not dominate the lengthy presentation, the hosts were acknowledged later, with Seth Meyers including a reference to the company in his roast set, noting, "If you're from out of town and you get hassled by someone for money on the subway, don't panic. That's just the Versant afterparty."